Welcome back to Let's Clean PowerWash Simulator. I'm BurningDogFace, and we're here cleaning the Queen of Hearts court in the Alice's Adventures DLC. We're going to start this episode off by giving a shout-out to Derek Floyd, who comments on the situation with the Queen and her king. So there's a tradition that the person who bears the crown shall not have anyone above them in the social hierarchy. Since a king is considered superior to a queen, when a woman inherits the crown, her spouse receives the title of prince instead. That's why Elizabeth Bowes-Lyon was King George VI queen, while their daughter Queen Elizabeth II's partner was Prince Philip. Wonderland being what it is, there's no reason why the Queen of Hearts would follow that or any other tradition. That's a point. And shout out to Justin Jones, who says, I could see how this game could be almost Zen-like. There are no timers and nothing is trying to rip your face off. There is just enough challenge to try and get everything clean, but there is no pressure otherwise. Dare I say it, but this game gives off, well, a Bob Ross kind of vibe. I like that. Feels accurate, too. Get my happy little soaps out. I'm going to start things off by cleaning off this other bunny statue. Let's see. Oh, those aren't the same cards on this side. Interesting. I initially wondered if they were presenting the cards in this manner because it was the infamous Dead Man's Hand, but I looked that up and last time, and that was, of course, aces and eights. I'm sorry, specifically the black aces and eights. And apparently the Queen of Spades, but no one ever mentions that part. Mind you, I know so little about poker, I don't actually know what the kicker is. If you've been watching me for quite a while, you might remember all the way back to Let's Play Far Cry 3, when I discovered that there was a poker mini-game you could play alongside everything else in the open world. And so looked up the basic rules of poker so that I could show you guys what that mini-game looked like. And of course I still was a bit out of the lurch because they were using Texas rules. Nice. Hell yeah! Ah, this must be where I missed the spots on the garden floor. Drat, more to it than that. Maybe here. Aha! Sick. And I'll just take care of this plant here. Boy, I sure love cleaning these roses. Hey, maybe in the next level you could ask me to clean the Gordion Knot. Just imagine how many funny angles I'll need with that one. I have no idea if that reference is too obscure or not. It's a mythology thing. I can't remember if Gordion was the king involved or the soldier involved. just involved a insanely overcomplicated knot. Like there was a windstorm, and then a flagpole's rope was just tied up in this insanely overcomplicated knot. And, none of the guards that were assigned to fix it could figure out how to even get into the knot at all. And it became a challenge. Learned men would come from all around to test their mettle against the... learned men, sailors, people who were good with knots came from all around to test their mettle against the knot. And none of them could figure out how to open it. Not even one. But, the story ends... Well, it's supposed to be, like, complementary, like finding a solution to finding a simple solution to an overcomplicated question, but it's always struck me that the real moral of the story is that the guy missed the fucking point entirely. Because the end of that story is that kingdom gets invaded by another kingdom, and the first soldier who happens through that area sees this insanely large knot, thinks it might be holding up a big weight or something, and chops through it in one stroke of his sword. And for some insane reason, what people took away from this was to make it into a metaphor for solving problems? He didn't solve the problem. He made it impossible to solve the problem. If anything, it's an apt demonstration of how violence isn't the answer to pretty much any question. Although I suppose we did know that. What was the line I used in Crisis 2? Remember, kids, violence is not the answer. Violence is the question, and the answer is yes. Mind you, in that case, I was dealing with a PMC that was executing innocent civilians and literal alien invaders, so, that should not have worked. I jumped from the rook there without sprinting, and I could tell I wasn't going to make it. And I hit the sprint button in midair, and my forward movement accelerated. I made myself move faster when I was already... Now, you know what? Let's try not to worry about that. It's hardly the craziest thing that's happened here. Oh, there we go. Okay, sweet. Just gotta get the stem. Ah, good. Oh, that was easy. Sweet! But yeah, ever since the mythological chopping of the rope, people have used the Gordion Knot as a metaphor for any problem which seems completely impossible on the surface of it. Oh, sick. Gotta get all these decorations, though. Beauty. I pronounce it that way, incidentally, because in my head that word is spelled B-U-N-Y. It was a particularly silly meme I saw years ago, accusing me of having Buny syndrome. Instead of brain, there is Buny. And because they only spelled it with one N, because, you know, it's very popular to misspell the word bunny in memes for some reason, I find it most entertaining to pronounce it like puny. I suppose Benui is still more popular, where you put one N and two U's. It's the King of Hearts! Nevertheless, when someone grows to a prodigious size in the middle of a trial, it's extremely important that you exert your authority. I don't think this guy has any authority, but whatever. Not gonna question the client. Even when your Imperial Guard are, in essence, a set of gossamer-thin playing cards. That's a good word, gossamer. I was hoping that we could perhaps apply the handcuffs while she were distracted by a quality sleight of hand trick. Where are you going to get handcuffs to fit a 2-mile-tall girl? Also, that does make me realize exactly how poorly that plan would go if it was Alice Liddell from American McGee's Alice. Reminder, there's more than one way to cut this unruly deck. Nothing you can't handle, says my lozenge wrapper. I believe that. Oh. Ah, yes, the chess king and queen. I was just surprised because that piece was... What are the pieces at the front? No, if I hit the sprint button, I do not rotate faster. I was just checking that. Yeah, the pieces at the front are all white, but these ones appear to be pink. Well, I suppose you could have a chess set where the black pieces are all pink, but... Well, now see, this rook is clearly white! Well, I don't know. Maybe she let the king pick the color for the king piece because pink is his favorite color. Or rather, it's her favorite color, and he picked it to make her happy. I mean, wouldn't you? Is there no joy here? Queen of Hearts is a metaphor for Alice's mental illness. Does that mean she was crazy as a kid the first time she went here? I remember being really impressed that they got back the original voice actors for Alice and the Cheshire Cat when they made Alice Madness Returns. Because, again, the original game came out in, like, 2000. And a lot, let's not kid ourselves here, a lot of video games back then did not have voice acting. And if they did, they didn't, they might not have professional voice actors, they might not have good voice actors, they might not even credit the voice actors. Like, I don't think anyone actually knows who plays any of the live-action characters in the original Resident Evil's infamously terrible cutscenes, because all of them were credited under pseudonyms. There's that dark spot right there on the side of the thing that looks like dirt when I'm way back here, even though I know it isn't because I just pushed the button and it's doing nothing. Except this. Oh, this bad. Jeez, I'm looking for tiny particles, and there's just this. Okay. What next? Let's see. I guess I should probably do this section next, even if it does chase off the Cheshire Cat. Hey, Cheshire. In case this is the last level. I know you're not as talkative as the other one, but it's been nice seeing you, all the same. I clean off the croquet mallet stand, I suppose. And yes, Justin, there are 3 flamingos stuck in it. I don't even know what just dinged. I didn't see anything flash. Probably one of these mallets. Oh, maybe the garden floor? No. Now we're talking. Ooh. Okay, that's good, that's good. even dealing with really weird customers, just imagine how much lower just imagine how much lower Dr. PowerWash's blood pressure even is than Spider-Man's. Just how much less stress this man puts himself through than that one. But the closest I could see Dr. PowerWash coming to superheroics is, I don't know, if the Justice League wanted him to wash the Watchtower. Actually, that'd be kind of baller, and I'd probably be down for that. I don't know, maybe they were taking Clayface into custody and he exploded out of whatever container they put him in. And now there's mud everywhere. I mean, mostly a joke. I'm pretty sure Clayface isn't literally made out of mud. Oh, there's the timer. See if I can get this card. Call it an episode. There! And this one is the 3 of hearts for the record. Alright. I'm BurningDogFace, and we've made significant progress. So I'll see you on the next episode of Let's Clean PowerWash Simulator. When we keep pushing on. 65%, not bad. Not bad at all. Take care of yourselves, Burning Dog fans. Later!